Hello and welcome to today's video on how to properly drain your spa if the drain of your spa is on the inside of the cabinet. You'll be able to tell that by simply looking to the outside corners of your cabinet. If you do not see a drain spigot down here at the bottom right corner is typically where it's at, or even the bottom left corner, you will obviously not have an exterior drain. So therefore, you will need to unscrew this panel here. This is the front panel just beneath the controls. So you typically, on all of our spas, will have three different panels: panel 1, 2, and 3. This center panel, I call panel number 2, is the one that you would need to access. This is also considered your access panel for the controls. So for this video, I already unscrewed this panel here, and you can just set it off to the side. And then you want to locate your drain tube. Typically, you may have to find it. It may be off to the left or off to the right or stuff behind this control box, but ultimately it'll look something like this here. This will be a control, this will be a drain, spigot, and hose, and it will have a ball valve here. So this ball valve opens up and closes. There should be a cap on the end of this. If there isn't, I advise that you get one that has a nice rubber gasket on it. And in regards to taking this off, you want to turn this cap counterclockwise to unscrew it. Then you'll connect your garden hose to this spigot here, and then you will turn the ball valve and let it drain. So ideally, you want this thing to be fed and pushed downwards. So once you connect the garden hose, open up the ball valve, you'll want it to be going downhill. This is a very slow process. This is going to take hours, between like 4 and 8 hours. So you may want to do this before you go to bed and let it drain throughout the night to where you want. Be cautious because any chemicals you may have in the spa will potentially harm, plants, trees, vegetables, anything you've got around. You do not want to let this water drain out onto your grass or anything like that. So that being said, I highly advise you get what's called a submergible water pump. And you set it down into the bottom of the hot tub and it'll drain out the water in about 20-30 minutes. They're anywhere between 150 to, you can get a very nice one for about 350 bucks. They'll pretty much last a lifetime. You can get them on the internet or from Home Depot, Lowe's, any of those major stores like that. But they are very quick and efficient, and they'll get majority of all the water out. This is nice. This gets a lot of the water out, but it still will leave you with about 8 inches of water due to the fact that it's gravity fed. So that being said, when you're done using the drain, you want to make sure that you turn this ball valve to the closed position, put your cap securely back on, and tighten it up. And make sure, because there's a rubber gasket in here that for the cap, to make sure, just in case this ball valve fails, that you don't get any leaks. So we're going to turn that on. We're going to put this back into the actual hot tub itself, and I like to put it in an upwards position, just in case that the ball valve fails, the actual cap fails itself. It's in an upward position to where water can't be easily fed. It has to, it would have to travel up, which would take a lot of pressure and most likely wouldn't happen. So I like to put it in an upward position, and then you obviously put the cabinet back on. In regards to filling the hot tub, I do have an instructional video on how to do that. So I won't go into too much detail on how to do that, but the biggest advice I could give you is make sure that you fill the spa through the filter area, where you take the filter in and out, put the garden hose down into there so that way you don't create an airlock. If you just set the garden hose at the bottom of the spa, it's going to put a bunch of pressure into those water lines and make it very difficult for you to get out what's called an airlock. It creates an air pocket at the heater or an air pocket at the motor, and it does become a big pain to burp the system and get those air pockets out. So put the garden hose down into the filter area when you're filling it. It will get rid of the air in the lines themselves, so that way you don't get an airlock along with a an air code on the top side because it is got an airlock. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call our service department at 800-682-2772. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks so much. Hope you're having a wonderful day.